lovelies, so welcome back to my channel. This is Knits and I am Miss Osapir as usual. I have awesome new things that I'd like to share with you guys on matters yarn, on knitting, crochet and every other beautiful thing. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the subscriptions, guys. You are awesome. We're almost hitting 300 subscribers. I think it's just remaining 4 people. So 4 people who are watching, guys, subscribe. So today I'm going to take you through my hooks and needles and everything that I require to do my knitting, you know. So guys, I thought it wise to share with you the needles that I have and the hooks that I have and the other things, other accessories that I usually need to make or complete my pieces. Yeah, so I hope you'll enjoy this video. Let's get into it. Okay, first and foremost, you know, I'm big on crochet. I love crochet, I love knitting equally, but what I started with basically when I started yarn design was crochet. So I'm going to give it the honors of starting with the hooks, guys. These are my hooks. So I have several. I'll start with the largest. I have this lovely purple hook. It is an 8 mm hook and it's purple in color. It's very thick. I love it so much because you can use it to make large pieces like blankets and cozy stuff. If you want to complete something faster, you use thicker hooks and thicker yarn. That way you'll be able to complete whatever you're doing very fast because it covers larger surface area. So this is the largest hook I own at the moment, but I'm planning to get a 10 mm. So what I usually do is try my best to have two sizes apart. So if I have an 8 mm, I won't buy a 9 mm because I think they are so close together that I don't really need to get an 8 mm, but I know one day I'll own like every size because I'm planning to start a crochet school. Actually, I already have. I just need to sort some things out. In that case, I'll need to have all sizes so that the students are able to access all type of hooks that they require. So this is my 8 mm. It's my largest. I love it so much and it is awesome, comfortable on your hand. It's metal and yeah. Number 2, we have this bamboo baby. She is, okay, let me not give them genders. This is a 6.5 mm bamboo crochet hook. So if you've seen my videos before, I have shown you my knit sticks, bamboo knit sticks that I usually use. This one came with them. It's the same material, bamboo, and it is very nice, very pretty, but personally I prefer wooden bamboo knit sticks and I prefer metal hooks. I don't know whether that's weird, but that's just how it is for me. I find it a little bit difficult to crochet with the bamboo hooks because of, you know, they don't get this part right, this hook right. But maybe I'm just not yet there. I've just not yet interacted with the right kind, maybe, but anyway, I prefer metal hooks. But this is my 6.5 mm bamboo hook. So I have 8 and I have 6.5. So I don't need to buy 7 or 6, but if I get them, I will. Number 3, we have my 5 mm hook. This was my first ever, not first ever, but it was my first ever hook in first year 2015. I've had this one for the longest time ever. Like, this has crocheted almost everything on my Instagram page. Speaking of Instagram page, if you have not followed my Instagram, follow my Instagram. It will be somewhere here. Yes, I post everything lovely, everything that I work on Instagram, and you can get inspired there. So this is a 5mm metal hook. It's gray in color and I love it so much. It's very comfortable. You can use it to crochet with chunky yarn, heavyweight chunky yarn. You can use like it's the medium, the intermediate for the kind of yarn that is available. So this one is very nice also. And I usually advise people to start with a medium-sized hook. If you're a learner or a beginner and you want to start crochet, I prefer you start with a medium-sized hook. That is 5mm. Because it will just help you, you won't struggle. If you start with a very tiny, say a 2mm, wow, you're going to be there for quite some time. So a medium-sized hook will help you in seeing and will also help you in, it's not difficult to insert and just come out. Insert and pull through, insert and pull through. So that is that. Let me take a tea break. So that was number 3. I have number 4. I have a 3.5mm. So I have a story about this one. I was going to look for a 4mm hook because I was doing something specific, a poncho, and I didn't get the 4mm. At that time we were at home during coronavirus, and okay, coronavirus is still there, but we were home because of the lockdown and everything. So I went to look for a 4mm hook because I was making a poncho which needed a little bit of weight, because I was using a double strand, the thinnest kind of yarn. I was double stranding it and I was using it for making that poncho. I will insert the poncho somewhere so that you can be able to see what poncho I'm talking about. So I used this 3.5mm because I didn't want to take 3 because I already had 3. So this is my 3.5mm hook, metal hook, green in color, very pretty, and I just love it. You can also use it to make garments, something a little bit weighty, but that you can wear during summer or something like that. Yeah. Number 5 is my 3mm hook. Wow, if you know my journey of crochet, you know there's a time I was requesting our house help to help me with a ball of yarn, to help me with a hook to crochet with. This is the hook. This is the hook that the first hook I ever owned. My mom gave it to me and I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed, and that's why I still own her. Like this one is just a keeper. Like I think I'll stay with it forever. You can see it is a little bit it's a little bit bendy here, but it's because I don't know, it bent at some point. I think something heavy was on it, but I brought it back to where it's supposed to be. And yeah, so this is my 3mm metal hook. And then my tiniest hook that I have, you can't even see the hook part. It is a 1.5mm hook, very tiny 1.5mm hook. You can't even see. Oh no, it's not focusing, but anyway, I'll take photos and insert. So this is my smallest hook. It's 1.5mm thick. I think I'm done with my hooks. So I have 6 hooks in general, and that's the total of number of hooks that I have. And yeah, they're enough. Like they get the job done, but anytime I get a chance to add a hook, I buy. But I only buy when I have a specific function for it, because as at now, all these hooks serve all the purposes that I require for now. But I know with time, when I get those extremely chunky balls of yarn, I'll need larger hooks. I'm sorry, I think I've spoken so much. Next, let's go to the knit sticks that I have. So I have one pair of straight knitting needles. These are bamboo 6.5 millimeter knit sticks. They came together with this hook. They were a gift. They were a gift from a friend. Shout out to Hannah. Thank you so much for gifting me this. She gifted them to me when I was in second year, and we were just like, her friend was my roommate, so she came and saw that I love knitting and crocheting, and one day my roommate just came and said like, oh, Hannah told me to give you this, and I was like, wow, this is so nice, thank you so much. I need to make you something, like I need to surprise you with something. So these are my straight knit sticks. I've had them since 2016. Yes, and we're in 2021. Wow. Number 2, I have these. So I like keeping my circular knitting needles inside the paper they came in, just for protection. That way they last longer. So I have these. These are my circular knit sticks, 7.5 millimeters, and they are awesome. They are awesome. So 7.5 millimeter, I use them to make the chunky burnt orange scarf that I've been posting, that is premiering now on my page. I will insert one of the photos here. So I used this to make the chunky scarf, burnt orange and cream. You remember I did a video on a double stranded ball of yarn, making a double strand ball of yarn. I will insert it somewhere here. So these are the knit sticks that I used. So I love keeping them in the paper, so that in the paper they came in, so that they don't get spoiled. So this is how it looks. This is the length, and when I'm storing them, I just hold this part and then take this string round, and then after you're done, hold it this way, then insert it inside the paper this way. So you're going to, let me just do it, then I'll show you. So this is how it looks inside the paper. Yeah, that is cool. So next I have these were also a gift from my cousin. Shout out to my cousin. She bought them to me. She bought them for me. Yeah, so they are 3 millimeters thick circular knitting needles. They are also wooden. They're also bamboo. Let me see. Yeah, they're also bamboo, and they are made by a company called so Strenegret. Okay, I can't read that word. I can't. Yeah, but yeah, this is it. This is the length, and this is how it looks. As you can see, it's thinner because it's 3 millimeters. The others one 7.5 millimeters. So you do the same to this. I usually, especially my wooden needles and hooks, I always return them in the paper they came in after I use them, because they are protected in here. They are safer in here, because you never know, you can sit on them and break them, or you can see that you can get hurt by them. So be careful. Then these are my latest purchase. They are also circular, and they are 5.5 millimeters. So I have these knitting needles are 6.5 millimeters. This circular one is 5.5 millimeters. So I like spacing them that way, so that at least I don't have too close thicknesses. Yeah, so I bought these last week, but when did I go to town last? I think last week, but one. and I got them at Osonia Yarns at only 280 shillings, guys. That is $2.8 American dollars, US dollars. That is so affordable, guys. So I bought this at Osonia Yarns, and I used them to actually make the pillowcases that you can see at the back, and they are awesome. Like, I just love the way they work with the yarn. They are very comfortable and very smooth. They are not cold on your hands, and this is just everything. So go get yourself some circular knitting needles, and I will do a tutorial on how to cast on knitting needles. You've seen me use circular knitting needles before, but I haven't done like a whole video on just casting on circular knitting needles, but I've done a video on casting on with the straight knitting needles. So that is all on my knitting needles. I have these 3 circular knitting needles, and I have this pair of straight knitting needles. Then I have six hooks. Yeah, that's actually my collection for the knitting needles and the hooks. So I'm going to move on to something else. I'm going to talk about the scissors, the pair of scissors. So you can use any type of scissors, but these are very good for cutting your yarn, and they are very, very awesome. Like, I've had them for the longest time ever, like from 2016. So you can get them. They are very, I think they're very affordable. I don't know whether Osonia and sell them, but I'm sure they do. You can get a smaller size than this, and I don't remember the price I got them at, but I will confirm, because I'll be going to town, I think, tomorrow. But I'll go through town on Thursday, so I'll go confirm and then tell you guys how much you can get this at. And another thing that I usually must have are pom-pom makers. These are pom-pom makers. This is a pair of, it's a pom-pom maker. It comes like this. It comes in a pair. So I will totally do a video, sorry about the lighting. I will totally do a video on how to use this pom-pom maker, and it brings out a very round and puffy pom-pom. So guys, this is awesome. I got this at Osonia Yarns, and I'll share the prices in a minute. Another thing that a crochet or knitter has to have is an elastic string. This is an elastic string. It comes like this. This is 80 bob. A roll of this is 80 bob. You can get different colors. I have this and I have white. So you can get a bigger one like this, or you can get this. So I got this at 80 bob at Freeman's shop. Freeman's shop is along Biashara Street. Yeah, so it costs 80 shillings. So the importance of this is that if you're making something with the yarn is bound to expand, or some parts can expand. So if you want some parts like this, the wrist and the waist part, or even the neck to be crunched in, to be cinched, you can use this. So you can use this, and what you'll use to put this in the sweater or whatever you're making is the needles that I shared with you last time. I posted a video on joining knitting needles and not joining knitting needles, joining knitted squares, and I used these seaming needles. So guys, you can get these. This one is 100 bob, this one is 50 bob at Osonia Yarns. So that is actually it for today. I have shown you my knitting needles, my hooks and everything. The prices and everything I will share with you in the in maybe a later video, but most of them, the most expensive thing here, I think the one that I bought myself is this. I got them at 750 shillings. That is $7.5. So guys, Get yourself knitting needles and hooks. See you next time. Bye bye.